few of my favorite Christmas books to read with my girls. The first one is Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree, and it's about Mr. Willoughby, and he gets this tree, and it's too big for his house. So they have to cut it down. So they cut the top off, and then they throw it out, and it gets put outside. And so it goes to the maid's house, and then it goes to a bear's house, and then it goes a little bit more, and they have to throw it out, and it goes to a bunny's house, and eventually it ends up back at Mr. Willoughby's house because the mice bring it home with them. And it's just a cute little story. So it's one of my favorite read-alouds to do with the girls. In my house growing up, we had a tradition of reading this book, Santa, Are You For Real? By Harold Myra. And my parents have the original one, but I bought it to have it at my house too. And it just tells of the true story of St. Nicholas. So it tells about how they hung stockings, and it tells about how they gave gifts, and it goes back to talking about how Jesus is the greatest gift. And it's a great story to share with your kids to talk about the reason we have Santa Claus. My girls also love What's in the Bible series, and so we have this book called Everyday Emmanuel, and it's there's different weeks of Advent that you can celebrate, and little crafts and Bible studies and little worksheets and word finds and things like that. It's just a cute little activities to do with your kids for Christmas. And then it has Why Do We Call It Christmas? And it's a video with Buck Denver, and my girls love this, and I always learn so much whenever I watch one of these What's in the Bible. They have so much great facts in here. So this is another Advent thing that I love to do with my girls. This is also a great book. It's called The Adventure of Christmas by Lisa Weichel. I'm not sure how you pronounce it exactly, but she is Blair from Facts of Life, if you know who I'm talking about. And I love this book. I use it with my girls, and I also used it when I was teaching because it tells all the different traditions and why we have them. It tells like why we have lights on a tree, why we have a Christmas tree. It talks about the tradition of the candy cane. It talks about the star on the top. It talks about why we wrap presents and why we send Christmas cards and the different colors. And it's a great way of putting biblical truths to the reasons that we celebrate Christmas. And I love that about this book. So this is another one that I would highly suggest for you to have in your Christmas collection. I think this is a new book that I got for my girls this year. I went to the mountains with some friends, and so we went to a store, and the author was actually there, and she was signing books. So this is called The Christmas Donkey, and she signed the book for my girls. To Elise, Breely, and Cammie, Merry Christmas. And it's a great story about the donkey that carried Mary to the stable to have baby Jesus. It's a really cute little story. And then I got them a little stuffed donkey to go with it, because we love donkeys at our house. We have some donkeys that come to our backyard in the farm behind us. So my girls love donkeys. So this is our newest book that we just got for this year. Okay, do you three want to show us your favorite Christmas books?
Yes.
Cammie, tell us about your Christmas book. Which is this one?
This one is all the other reindeer.
All of the Other Reindeer. It goes kind of off the Christmas song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and sing it for us. It says, all of the other reindeer. But this is a dog, and her name is Olive, and she thinks that she is all of the other reindeer. So she helps Santa, doesn't she? Okay, Breely's going to tell us about her favorite book. What's your favorite book?
Annie Claus.
And who is Annie Claus?
Santa's sister.
And she has a niece who wants to find out what happens to her because what does she do?
She helps Santa.
And she disappears every year after Halloween, and she goes on a business trip, darling. So her niece follows her to the North Pole, and then who does she meet? Who's your favorite character?
Mr. Pudding.
Mr. Pudding is the head elf, and he gives her a job. But then what happens? What's the story? What's the final thing about the story?
Well, the little girl, she finds Annie Claus at the end.
And what does she find out about her brother?
that he was on the naughty boys and girl list.
And so what did she do to help him?
She erased it and wrote her name instead.
Yes, so we learned that it's better to,
Give instead of getting.
yes, it's better to give instead of get. Now Elise, tell us about one of our other favorite Christmas books.
One of our other favorite Christmas books is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. It's a very good book. It's written by Barbara Robinson. It's a nice book. It's about a Sunday school class and a group of kids, a family of kids, and they get in trouble a bunch.
What's their name?
Their names are the Hermans. And they get into a bunch of trouble. And
But they want to be part of the Christmas pageant.
yes,
And they think it's going to be the worst Christmas pageant ever, but what happens?
it turns out to be the best.
Yes, it does. So those are a few of our favorite Christmas books that we wanted to share with you.
Bye!